Hey, everybody, welcome back to another Motivation Monday podcast for Monday, August 5th, 2019. Hope you guys are doing well out there. Hope you're having a fantastic summer. I am currently on vacation in the middle of the woods. Just to let you know, I will be out of touch for the next week, basically until next Monday. So if you're trying to get in touch with me, I will not answer because I do not have the internet and I have no way of getting it. Actually going to stay on an island for a week. So just trying to get away from it all and sort of reset, relax a little bit. But I just wanted to let you guys know that I will not be responding to anything until next Monday. But still wanted to put out a Motivation Monday episode. And this is in response to actually a lot of questions I've been getting about the great Barry Harris. Now, I've talked about him before in this podcast. I've tried to talk a little bit about his methods and kind of what he talks about in relation to bebop. And he is just the true master teacher of this art form. There's absolutely nobody like him, and we can gain a lot by following his teaching. Now, the problem is, it's a little bit hard to find his stuff. There is like a DVD set and a little workbook that has been created, but it's so tough to find, and I'm not even sure where to get it. So I think that the best source of information for the Barry Harris method is actually YouTube. There's so many videos of people interpreting his teaching and trying to put together a method that you can follow to really get the most out of it. And rather than do a whole bunch of regular episodes on Barry Harris and his teaching, I'm just going to be totally honest with you guys. I really don't feel comfortable doing that. Interpreting the teachings of, like I said, one of the absolute legends of jazz is really, it's too much for me. And I just don't feel comfortable interpreting his teaching and putting it out there in my own packaged form. I feel like that would be doing a disservice to somebody like Barry Harris. So to all of you that have been asking me questions and clarification, I'm just not going to do that. And I hope you can understand my reasoning behind it and the reasons that I don't feel comfortable doing this. But what I can do is I can collect all of the resources that I have used to try to understand what Barry Harris was teaching and a little bit more of his methods. And to tell you the truth, it's all come from YouTube. And the beautiful thing is that there's a bunch of videos of the man himself, the master, teaching this stuff in a real life situation. So there's some old videos from clinics he's done in New York City where he's actually working with groups and actually working with students, and you can observe this stuff firsthand. So I've collected all these videos into a YouTube playlist that I'm going to share with you guys. And what I hope is that you can watch this stuff and rewatch it. And I highly suggest that because some of this stuff is just really, really hard to wrap your head around. He moves in lightning speed and he really assumes that you know a lot of the jazz theory already, which a lot of you out there do after listening to this podcast for so long and studying jazz for so long. You definitely understand the theory behind a lot of the stuff that he's teaching. It's really the way that he puts the theory together in his own special way that makes it so amazing and so valuable for us musicians out there. So let me go through this playlist and tell you about some of the stuff that I have in it that I think will really help you. So I've got these two videos, Practicing the Blues with Horns, part 1 and 2. And I believe this is from back in the 90s, where he's actually doing a live clinic in New York City with real live musicians and kind of teaching them through playing. These videos are fantastic. Now, the Jazz at Lincoln Center Jazz Academy has also put out these amazing videos with Barry, where he's sitting down at the piano with somebody else and kind of just talking theory and talking about the music. And there's a part 1, 2, 3, and 4. And these are just so valuable. They're very well-made videos with close-ups on the piano. And he's teaching a very competent pianist as well, which really helps. And then I've got a couple of other videos. So there's another one, Piano Class, Giant Steps with Barry Harris. That's a 15-minute video where he talks about giant steps. Then I've also got a rhythm bridge video, and you'll have to get into that to kind of see what that's all about. And then there's a fantastic 45-minute video about feeling the and. That is one of the most valuable videos that I've ever watched. Highly recommend that. And then there's another around 10-minute video talking about C minor 7 in All the Things You Are. And that's just a really cool video where he really gets into the harmony of All the Things You Are, what it really means, and then he applies that to a whole bunch of other stuff that's happening. Now, I'm sure that there's hundreds of other videos out there of Barry doing his thing or Barry's students talking about what they've gotten from working with Barry, but this is going to be a great place for you to start. So if you go to the show notes, I will put the link to that playlist in the show notes, and you can start absorbing some of this material yourself. And I think that's the best way to do it. You know, you may have to watch some of this stuff and scratch your head a whole bunch before it makes sense. I've watched these videos dozens of times and I'm still trying to figure out some of the stuff that he's talking about. But I really think going to the source on this one, we're lucky enough to have it documented in a lot of videos. I think that's going to be the best way to do it. So I do apologize that I am not going to lay this stuff out to you. But again, I just don't feel comfortable doing it. And I think there's a lot to be gained by, just observing the master in his element. So that's it for that. All right. Watch some of these videos this week. I promise you, if you're looking for motivation on this Monday, watching these videos are going to be about the most motivating thing that you can do. So check it out. Go to the show notes. Check out the playlist I've got for you. And start digging in. All right. Have a great week. Stay inspired. We will talk to you on Friday with a regular episode. Have a great week, everybody. Bye.